What's going on YouTube? It's Chris here from Friendly Frenzy Games, and today I'm going to show you how to unlock the Battlefield Conqueror trophy and achievement in Crimson Desert for completing all 10 of the battle challenges. We're going to first start in Delecia to find Single Spark 7 Strikes. Head to this shrine along the path in the Chittering Forest region, slightly southeast of the Chittering Forest Ironcrawler station, to collect the Sealed Abyss artifact. For this challenge, you'll need to defeat 7 enemies with a single explosion. To use the Black Star Mountable Dragon method, you'll need to have completed the game so that you're actually able to summon it, but it makes this challenge very easy. Teleport to the Abyss Nexus in the Blue Thicket region of Eastern Delecia and summon Black Star. Fly around the area and target the large groups of tightly packed, flying mechanical gold bugs with left trigger or L2, then fire a fireball with right bumper or R1 to detonate the group on a single shot and unseal the artifact to complete Single Spark 7 Strikes. Next, we'll move deeper into southeast of Delecia for Flash. Head to this shrine along the path in the Mount Bennis region, slightly northeast of the Bennis Bandit camp, to collect the Sealed Abyss artifact. For this challenge, you'll need to hit 5 targets at once using Blinding Flash. Travel to a blockaded area and run into a tight group of enemies with numbers of 5 or more. Stand right next to the group and press left bumper and right bumper, or L1 and R1 together at the same time to perform the Blinding Flash skill. Now, as long as you hit at least 5 targets in the same Blinding Flash, unseal the artifact to complete Flash. Staying in Delecia, but traveling south still, we'll head to the Grey Forest region to find Giant Windmill. Head to this shrine along the path in the far southeast of Delecia, just outside the Aeronautical Research Base, to collect the Sealed Abyss artifact. For this challenge, you'll need to hit enemies 7 times within 30 seconds using Giant Swing. Travel to a blockaded area and run into a tight grouping of enemies in a confined space like this back corner of Fort Warspike. To perform a Giant Swing, you'll need to first have either Pump Kick or Drop Kick unlocked in the stamina tree, and then you'll also need your grappling skill to at least level 3 to unlock Giant Swing. Then hold Y or triangle to start the Pump Kick, then quickly press and hold Y and B or triangle and circle together to start the Giant Swing. Walk towards enemies while swinging and unseal the artifact after you reach 7 hits in 30 seconds to complete Giant Swing. Leaving Delecia now and traveling far west to southern Hernand, we'll grab Desperate Rescue. Head to this shrine along the path in the Mountain of Frozen Souls region, southeast of Fort Hellwood, to collect the Sealed Abyss artifact. For this challenge, you'll need to heal exhausted allies 3 times with Healing Force Palm. Fast travel to a blockaded area, then summon either Unka, Damien, or both, and then choose the option to gather. Then clear out the area and leave only the mini-boss, then set the game difficulty to hard if it isn't already. Let your ally fight the mini-boss on their own and they'll get exhausted very quickly. Run to them and click and hold in on the right stick or press R3, then click in on the left stick or L3 to use the Healing Force Palm to revive them. Do this twice more and unseal the Abyss artifact to complete the Desperate Rescue. Venturing northeast now of our last location, but still in southern Hernand, is where we'll find Bear Courage. Head to this shrine along the path in the Greenfield Highlands region, slightly south of the Greenfield Bandit camp, to collect the Sealed Abyss artifact. For this challenge, you'll need to defeat 3 enemies within 1 minute without using a weapon. Now, this is very easy to complete, especially if you have the Unarmed Combat skill in the stamina tree at level 5 for maximum damage. Travel to a blockaded area of lower level enemies and select your gloves as a weapon. Spam right trigger or R2 for melee attacks to quickly defeat at least 3 enemies barehanded, and then you can unseal the Abyss artifact to complete the challenge. Now we'll travel far north to the top of Hernand to collect into the Barrage. Head to this shrine along the path in the Deep Fog Basin region, slightly southeast of the Calfade Beacon, to collect the Sealed Abyss artifact. For this challenge, you'll need to defeat 5 enemies at once with a cannon. Fast travel to the Abyss Nexus directly north of Fort Windridge in the Three Brothers Cliff region of southwestern Delecia. When you spawn, make your way to the small camp at the front of the fort and mount the most left cannon near the wall. Wait for a group of at least 5 enemies to bunch up tightly, then shoot the cannon at the middle enemy to destroy the entire group and unseal the artifact to complete into the Barrage. Leaving Hernan now, we'll move northwest into Payloon to find Judgment Cast upon the Sleeping. Head to this shrine along the path in the Camp Bjornland region, slightly east of the main camp map marker to collect the Sealed Abyss artifact. For this challenge, you'll need to attack sleeping enemies 5 times. Now, it's entirely possible that you're able to find sleeping enemies during the day, but you're more likely to come across them at night sitting by bonfires near tents. Travel to Fort Warspike in Hernan after 9:30 in-game and crouch walk slowly directly left of the Abyss Nexus when you spawn, up towards the 2 tents. Move silently to attack the sleeping guards that are sitting on the ground, escape the pursuit, then respawn at the Abyss Nexus and do it all over again until you've attacked 5 sleeping enemies to unseal the artifact and complete Judgment Cast upon the Sleeping. As we pass north of Payloon into the Crimson Desert, make sure to grab Sinking Fort. Head to this shrine along the path in the Tashkaup region, slightly southeast of the Tommaso Fork Post House to collect the Sealed Abyss artifact. For this challenge, you'll need to destroy 3 watchtowers within 20 seconds. Travel to the Bloodsteel camp in the Steel Mountains region of southern Demonis and run through the gate on the eastern side of the camp that has the Grindstone, Anvil, and Bonfire. Clear out as many enemies as you can, and once it's empty enough, stand on the path at the Grindstone and aim your bow towards the northwest tower. Hold left trigger or L2, then hold right trigger or R2 to charge your shot, and release it to destroy the tower. Use charge shot to destroy the north and northeastern towers quickly and unseal the artifact to complete Sinking Fort. Relatively close to our last challenge pickup location in Tashkaup, we have Breathless Touch, formerly known as 7 Consecutive Strikes. Head to this shrine along the path north of Tashkaup and immediately west of the Salt Road camp to collect the Sealed Abyss artifact. For this challenge, you'll need to hit enemies 9 times within 5 seconds using Force Palm. Now, I'd imagine that this is pretty easy to complete normally, but I did happen to stumble upon a method that doesn't actually use Force Palm at all. Level Damien's Shield Toss skill to level 3 so that it can hit up to 7 enemies on a single toss. Then, travel to a blockaded area and find a very tight grouping of many enemies and click in on the right stick or press R3 to throw your shield into the group. Toss it once more to hit a total of 9 enemies and unseal the Abyss artifact to complete the challenge. Lastly, we'll move as far north as we can to find the last challenge in the Battle Challenge set, Slam Master. Head to this shrine along the path in Varnia, slightly west of the Varnia trading post, to collect the Sealed Abyss artifact. For this challenge, you'll need to hit enemies 30 times using Meteor Kick within 3 minutes. Level the Unarmed Combat skill in the Stamina tree to level 5 to unlock Meteor Kick. Then, travel to a blockaded area with low-level enemies and find multiple groups of tightly packed enemies. Jump into the air and use Aerial Force Palm by clicking in on the right stick or pressing R3 to get some additional height. Then, hold Y or triangle to aim the Meteor Kick at the edge of the group to hit them and knock them all back when you land. After you've successfully hit at least 30 enemies with Meteor Kick within 3 minutes, you can unseal the Abyss artifact to complete the challenge and ultimately obtain the Battlefield Conqueror trophy and achievement. Now that's it for this video. I hope that it was able to help you. If it did, give it a like, give it a hype, and drop a comment. While you're here, subscribe to Friendly Frenzy Games for many more Crimson Desert guides just like this one.